Hi guys, thanks for tuning into the channel and welcome to episode 3. So yesterday lunchtime the dealer rang me and I picked up this new 2022 model Honda CB500X. I was pretty happy about this car. I'd been waiting a while for this new one to arrive, and I thought, it'd be interesting to get out and give her a bit of a test run, see how things go. So after I got home, did a bit of unveiling, and then after that I decided the weather had improved. I might take it out on a bit of a burst and just see how it performs. So that's exactly what I did. I rode it out 50 kilometres straight out along the road there, tried it through different terrain and that on the way out there, and I was that impressed when I got out there. I thought to myself, oh geez, I'm going to have to pull over here and do a stop and just tell them how good this bike really is. So, that went ahead as planned, and I put up a clip there. That was episode 2. So just to make sure that I wasn't jumping the gun, I rode the other 50 kilometres back home and was still fairly impressed how things were going. So that was really positive in that line. So what usually happens, now I decided I'm going to do a series on it and I'll run it through all its paces. Now in most cases, by the time I get to episode 2, you could say, in other words, pick up the bike, go out, do a test ride. Episode 3 in most of the bikes I've bought usually end up with it being ridden onto Gumtree or bike sales, and got rid of it and just classed it as being misled by watching other reviews, and it's just a heap of crap. So I figured now the best way to get out there and get the best review is to do it yourself. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So I think I'll probably be doing, 10, 15 clips on this bike and give new riders a good idea what they'd be up for if they come in and want to buy this bike. Now the fact is, if you're a really experienced rider, well, probably my style wouldn't suit you anyway, and you've probably better off looking around at some of the channels where the blokes are going to give them a lot bigger of a workout. What I'm looking at the moment would be maybe if you're just getting your licence and you're a learner rider and you just want a nice bike to come in and do whatever you want to on, and that'd be one I'm targeting. And number 2, if for example you're an older rider that's coming off a big bike like 1200 cc's or something, you want to drop back to 5 and you're just wondering how this will go, or you just want to get out there and be able to say, oh well, I'd just like to go out on a reliable bike which is roughly a couple hundred kilos, not over heavy, and I'd just like to go out and enjoy myself. What's your opinion on this bike? So my opinion so far is that I'll be doing the other reviews on it now, because I found out on that first ride that it's a really enjoyable bike to ride, and it's well worth me trouble to go further with it, because I'm pretty sure I can help somebody make up their mind about one of these chariots, because after all I think they're pretty good. So if you're chasing what colours you can get on, you can get this red, I think it's called Grand Prix Red. You can go that organic green, which I think is pretty hard to get, and then they've got the gunpowder black metallic, I think it is, that's the third one. So a few specs on the bike, like all 500 CBXs, well, they just all look the same virtually, except I think this red one looks really good, as much as I'd say. I was sort of lured in more to the green one, but, when you see this one out here in the shade, it presents itself a lot better in the flesh than what it does in front of you. So to give you an idea, they weigh 199 kilos, I think they're up 2 kilos in weight. So they've dropped, or not dropped, they've increased in weight by 2, but, a few kilos is nothing, just like a packet of sugar. So if you look at it that way, the best thing about this particular one, if you're here on the fence looking about one for the first time, my thoughts are, and seeing I've been on 4 of these, like the 18, a new 18, new 19, new 21, and this 22, my thoughts at the moment, this is by far easily the best CB500X I've been on. No question about it. Like when I went from 18 to the 19, I think I did a review, and I might put it up in the description, where I compared the 18 and 19 together on a side by side and listed all their feature upgrades. Well, and I actually thought that was a really good bike, the 19 model. When they went to that one, it was first with the slipper clutch and a few other things. But when you go from a 19 to say this one, gee, there's just no comparison. Like this one here now has got really good suspension, it's got really good fueling, it's really a well-behaved bike out on the road. It's really, for what it is, a pleasure to ride. You know, if you said, is it the outright favourite bike? Well, no, it isn't, but later on the next bike, what I bring in will be my favourite bike, and you might actually look at that one and say, what a heap of rubbish. You know, I don't know how you'll think on that one, but like all things, bikes are only personal preference, and the thing about this, you know, I reckon extremely good value for money. So if you look at some of the earlier bikes, like they haven't gone up much in price. I think they've gone up about $1,500 or so in the last 4 years, but as it is now, you get the new upside down forks like we got here. You've got twin discs. You've got the fueling system's been improved on it too. You've got that big 17 litre tank, and while we're talking to the tank, yesterday I filled the bike right up to just under here where you see the bars come across and let you know you're full. So at the moment I'll be doing, for those that are wondering, I'll be doing a fuel economy run on it, and we'll see how it performs in that line. So I'll just ride it normal. At this stage I've been riding down on the road, 80, 100 kilometres an hour. It's performing well. Oh yeah, I'll be doing the runs around town, out on the road, through corners, hill climbing. Like I said, fuel economy. I think I've got a crow hanging around here somewhere. Anything that I can think of, I can put through braking tests. I'll try everything out once it's run in, and it'll be a really good, I think, at least 15 episodes or something like that on the test. Oh, there's that crow up there on that tree. Yeah, so I think I'll have something there for everyone, and like I say, if you're on the fence there and you're thinking about buying the new 2022 Honda CB500X, like I said, if I thought this was a heap of crap, I would like to give honest reviews on the channel. I always do. Some like it, some don't. But the fact is, if I thought it was a heap of crap, that bike, or this bike here, by now, hard to believe, would be on either Bike Sales or Gumtree, and I'd be just waiting to see if I can cash it and then get into something else. Because that's happened on bikes where quite a few times when I'm rode them out, because I just do not want to ride rubbish. So, but in this case, I really think if you're looking for a bike, this is well worth hanging around to come back and have a look, because I really think Honda nailed it this time with this particular bike, and it's a good valued one. And like, some might not agree, but geez, I reckon this red paint on this one, I think this is one of the nicest bikes I've had in the yard, to be honest. But you know, like, although I really wanted the green, well, that idea fell through, because I would have to go on a mail, or not a mail order, it would have to go into the orders, and I got caught up on the orders with the 300L and the Forza. We're at to wait months and months for it to arrive, so I just thought I'd take the advantage and grab this one straight away. So hopefully, like I said, this is a goer now, because I'm pretty impressed with this bike. So we're on to episode 3 now, and then the next one I'll do an around town ride, and we'll do an onboard ride and sort of see what you think, and we'll talk about the bike on the run. So once again, thanks for tuning in, taking a look, catch up with you later, and I hope you enjoyed the content.